She said she could, but we had to wait until, I don't know, I've been in the text to give that person.
Yeah, he said that can you listen to that?
She took the AirPod.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's NCAA basketball game as the St. Francis Brooklyn Terriers face your Long State University Spartans. More about that later. The Spartans won their first NCAA men's basketball title in school history by defeating the Blue Devils in the tournament championship game on last March. They then shocked the college basketball world by upsetting second-seeded Missouri at a second-round NCAA tournament game in Omaha. The Spartans finished the year 26-10, the school's best record as a Division I program. We have a special recognition today in honor of the 2011-2012 NEC Men's Championship team. Applause
Yellow
for
is
the
the video, so you
appreciation.
keep the yellow from the camera. The red and white is audio. Right now it's seeing that. But when you're done your question, it says that will pick it up and process next
For March, my NSU's president, Dr. Tony Atwood.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone tonight. We're so happy that you're here to help us to honor our championship men's basketball team. So proud of Coach Evans, and so proud of our men's Spartans basketball team who brought home the gold big time and as MEAC champions and also shocked the world, in knocking off number 2 seed Missouri in the NCAA National Championship tournament. We are indeed proud of you as we honor you tonight. We wish you a very exciting and successful season. Thanks for bringing so much pride and honor to Norfolk State University, the NSU community. Thank you.
Next, we have the remarks by NSU Athletics Director, Mr. Marty Miller.
Thank you so much, and good evening to all of our fans. We are delighted that you are able to be with us today for this event. We're excited about tonight's presentation because we just want to say thank you, first of all, to you for supporting us. Thank you to our men's basketball team, the head coaches for such an outstanding season last year. And tonight, we just want to honor you with the presentation of the championship rings.
At this time, we will have the presentation of the championship rings by Coach Evans, Dr. Tony Atwood, and Marty Miller. First presenting the student athletes, Chris Brown. Joel Cortez. Brandon Good. Winston Graham. Rob Johnson. Keeping Lawson Rose. Riley Payne. Rodney McCauley. Chris McEachin. Next is Kyle O'Quinn. Accepting on behalf is his father, Tommy O'Quinn. Kyle O'Quinn with the Orlando Magic. Good night, people. Crossing Hugh.
That's fine. I just couldn't hear you. Did you hear me? I'm going to play the interview from here. Let me tell you let's see what it sounds like. Hello and welcome back to the Virginia Lottery pregame show. Ross Gordon now with the head coach here at Norfolk State University, Coach Anthony Evans. Coach Evans, we play St. Francis. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Videos and Athletic Conference encourages and promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner, and remaining away from the court prior and during and after all games. Hello, fans. Again, we'd like to take this time to go over a few housekeeping items to keep you or help you enjoy your experience. Restrooms are located in each quarter of the first floor. Concession stands are located in the second level. And if you have any emergencies, please contact the nearest police officer or event staff member.
So cute. No. Hey, Gary. Gary, can you get that? Thanks. I might get you at halftime. Hello and welcome back, and welcome to the Virginia Lottery pregame show. Ross Gordon here from a special night here at Joe Eccles Hall. It is the ceremonial day where the Spartans recognize the 2011 championship team from Norfolk State University. 26-10 was last year's record. Champions of the MEAC for the first time and defeating Missouri in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Glad to be here with you as the Spartans host the St. Francis Brooklyn Terriers. Ross Gordon here courtside. The last time these two teams met was last year. The Spartans won 84-74 in a game played 2 days before Christmas. The Spartans have only played the Terriers once, and they have won on their home floor. The Terriers looking to get back at the Spartans. Coming into today's game, 2-2 overall. Norfolk State on a 4-game losing streak, 2-5 on this season. It should be a good game when we come back on the Virginia Lottery pregame show. We'll talk with the head coach of Norfolk State University, head coach Anthony Evans. You're listening to the NSU pregame show on the NSU Sports Network. Right there. Gary. Okay. Hello and welcome back to the Virginia Lottery pregame show. Ross Gordon now with the head coach here at Norfolk State University, Coach Anthony Evans. Coach Evans, we play St. Francis of Brooklyn tonight, trying to get back on the winning side of things. What's going to be the biggest task for your team tonight?
Well, come out with a lot of energy, play defense, and definitely start the momentum towards getting into conference play, playing good basketball.
3 games in about 6 days. Talk a little about that a little bit and coming up for you too, especially the last 2 games coming up. Huge game to the conference.
Well, it's always a challenge. Definitely playing so many games in a short amount of time. Right now, we're trying to get healthy. I think that's the most important thing, to get our young guys some experience in these games that we're playing.
You look at St. Francis, and their most points come from inside. Talk a little about their offensive strategy and what they like to do.
Well, they have a young man who's a small post player, but he's very aggressive. He's a bruiser. And, they're looking to get the ball inside. They do have some perimeter players that are pretty good. So we're going to have to play great perimeter defense and good interior defense as well.
Again, playing without Pendarvis Williams tonight. I know it's a big loss on the perimeter, but again, you had a couple players step up, including Chris Brown, had a career high 13 points. What do you look for in your guys tonight without Pendarvis?
Well, to continue what we've started. I thought we gave a great effort at Morehead State. We came up short, but to continue the positive things that we started in that game and carry over to this one.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck on tonight. Again, we thank Coach Evans for his help earlier today and talking to us as the Spartans look to take on St. Francis of Brooklyn. They are out of the Northeast Conference, coached by Glenn Breaker. He was named the 2011-2012 Northeastern Conference Coach of the Year. He has a career record of 32-32. He's assisted by Andy Johnson, Danny Negro, Clive Benton. They were picked to finish 5th in the Northeast Conference. Norfolk State University, coached by Anthony Evans, assisted by Rob Jones, Larry Vickers, Harold Rayford, and the Director of Basketball Operations is Kelvin Hawkins. The Spartans have lost 4 straight ball games. Again, they won this matchup last year, 84-74. That game was played in New York. The Spartans' last game was a loss, a 73-67 loss to Morehead State. The Spartans got good production, though, out of a few players led by Malcolm Hawkins. One problem for Malcolm Hawkins this year has been his foul trouble. The Spartans say they want to make sure that they limit his foul trouble this game, because the Terriers are small but very athletic. They don't go very big, as the Spartans will have the decided height advantage inside, but this is a very athletic Terrier team. Like to get to the basket, like to get up and down the floor. The 2 games they've won this year, they have scored 76 points. In the 2 games they lost, they are averaging around 61 points. So this is a team that likes to get up and down the floor, and if you allow them to, they'll put the ball in the basket, shooting a nice percentage on the season. For the year, they are about 45% from the field, but they do also allow 46% from the field. 16 turnovers per game for the Terriers, 15 for their opponents. They shoot 34% from behind the 3-point arc, 36 allowed for the Terriers. They are being out-rebounded on the season as well, being out-rebounded by 2, 35-33. On the other side, Norfolk State out-rebounding 36-35, shooting around 38% from the floor, 43 for their opponents. For 3-point range, they are shooting 29%, 32% for their opponent. About 65% from the free throw line, allowing 68% from the free throw line. Turning the ball over 15 times a game, only forcing 12, so the Spartans are going to want to turn the ball over, turn their opponent over here a little bit tonight. So it should be a good game, up and down matchup. We'll see what happens after this break. We'll take another time out on the Virginia Lottery pregame show on the NSU Sports Network. you'll probably come back into the national anthem, hopefully.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise for the presentation of the colors of the Army ROTC, and the national anthem will be performed by the NSU band.
You have another towel? Hello and welcome back to the Virginia Lottery pregame show here at Joe Eccles Hall. We are about 5 minutes away from tip-off here on the Virginia Lottery pregame show. Glad to have you with us here courtside on hot91online.com. Again, we get set for action tonight. It's the St. Francis of Brooklyn Terriers versus your Norfolk State University Spartans. The Spartans will wear their home white jerseys with green and gold trim, and they will be moving from right to left to start off this game on your radio dial. The Terriers will be wearing their road blue jerseys with white and red trim and be moving from left to right on your radio dial as we get set now for the national anthem. Solid crowd here for the first game of the season at home for the Norfolk State University Spartans men's basketball team. The Spartans get on the road this weekend. You can hear those games on the NSU Sports Network as well, as the Spartans travel down to Georgia first to take on the preseason favorite in the conference, the Savannah State Tigers, with a record of 5-3 on the season. And then they will take on South Carolina State. That game will be on Monday night. You can hear both of those games right here on the NSU Sports Network. For everyone at home, we get set to bring you the starting lineups first for the Terriers of the St. Francis of Brooklyn. Brent Jones will be in the starting lineup. He averages around 2.8 points a game, 2 rebounds per game, shooting 31% from the floor and 50% from the free throw line. Also in the starting lineup, averaging 10 points per game is Ben Mockford, 1.5 points, 1.5 rebounds per game as well. He's shooting 36% from the floor. Also in the starting lineup will be Kevin Douglas. He wears number 34 tonight, actually. Averaging 13 points per game, 35% shooter from the floor, 44 from the free throw line. Jalen Cannon is the team's leading scorer. Cannon averages 16 points per game and 9.8 rebounds per game as well. And Akeem Johnson will round up the starting lineup, 10.3 points per game, 3.8 rebounds per game, 48% shooter from the floor, 16% free throw shooter. Norfolk State will counter with, again, their starting lineup, which they've used a lot here this year. And they'll go with Jamel Fuentes in the backcourt, averaging 4.5 points per game and 4.3 rebounds. He had a season high and career high 11 assists versus Morehead State. Also in the starting lineup will be Chris Brown. Brown, the senior out of Suffolk, comes in today's game averaging 4.3 points and 1.4 rebounds. Also in the starting lineup in the middle will be Good, Brandon Good, who averages 7 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game, 71% free throw shooter, 62% from the floor. Also in the starting lineup will be Rob Johnson, 7.6 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, and he's the team's best free throw shooter that will play tonight, 72% from the free throw stripe. And rounding out the starting lineup Coming up will be Malcolm Hawkins, the team's leading scorer who's playing tonight. 10.9 points per game, 2.3 rebounds, shooting 38% from the field. 69% free throw shooter as the Spartans will look to get on the winning track again and climb within 2 games of 500 as they take on the Terriers of St. Francis. We'll take a quick break and come back with the start of tonight's game. You're listening to NSU Basketball and NSU Sports Network. What happened? Okay. Yeah, we're about to go. Thanks. Hello, welcome back. Tip-off underway. The Spartans win the tap as Be Good taps it back and picked up by Jamel Fuentes, who has it now, moving right to left. The Spartans trailing 2-0 before the clock starts as Chris Brown fires a 3 from the corner, shot up no good. Rebound tapped into the hands of Brent Jones for St. Francis. Technical foul was called on Kevin Lila in the pregame show as Mockford's open for 3 in the corner. He has all 5 points for St. Francis of Brooklyn to start this ball game as he knocked down 2 free throws. Here's Fuentes in the lane. His shot doesn't go. He gets his offensive rebound in the lane again, lays it up, and good. Fuentes gets the Spartans on the board, and it's now a 5-2 game in favor of the Terriers of St. Francis, Brooklyn. Again, with the basketball, handling it for the Terriers will be Brent Jones. He kicks it off to Mockford. Mockford up high into the hands of Akeem Johnson. He looks left side, finds Kevin Douglas. Douglas up top for Jones, finds Mockford. Mockford around the screen, drives into the lane, loses the handle of the basketball, thrown away by the Spartans. Here comes Chris Brown. Brown in the lane, and he'll slam it home with one, and the Spartans now trail by 1. 5-4 is your score. Norfolk State now trailing by 1 here in the first half. 18:40 left to go in the first half as Brent Jones brings it into the front court. Jones with the left-hand dribble, kicks it off to Cannon. Cannon up top to Mockford, high ball screen. Mockford looking inside for Cannon, gets it inside. Mockford lays it up. Actually, Cannon lays it up and good. 3 for 3 on the afternoon are the Terriers. Actually, 2 for 2 as the Terriers lead this game 7-4. Jamel Fuentes, high ball screen, drives with the left hand, gets in the lane, cut off, gets it back door to the Spartans. Gets it back door to the hands of the Spartans. Malcolm Hawkins, he misses the layup. Offensive rebound to Brandon Good, he misses another layup, and the rebound comes back to the Terriers. Jones with the top of the key. He thinks about the 3, kicks it inside to Cannon. Cannon lays it up and good. Cannon's going to be a tough matchup. He averages 16 points per game, 9.8 rebounds, and the Spartans now trail by 5, 9-4. Fuentes into the front court with the basketball. Left-hand dribble, kicks it off to Good left wing. Looking inside for Hawkins. Hawkins underneath the basket. Lays it up, no good, but a foul's going to be called with 17:38 left to go here in the first half. The first foul of the game is going to go against Kevin Douglas, his first, and that will put Malcolm Hawkins at the free throw line for 2 shots. He's a 69% free throw shooter on the year. Hawkins had a season high and career high 18 points in his last contest against Morehead State. Fouled out of that ball game as well, late in that ball game. Hawkins goes to the free throw line for 2, puts the first up. It is up and good. Hawkins gets on the board, and the lead is now 4 for the Terriers at 9-5. Second shot coming up for Hawkins as he toes the line with 17:38 left to go here in the first half. Hawkins puts the second shot up. It is up, and it rattles around and home. Hawkins 2 for 2. The Spartans now trail by 3, 9-6 here in the first half. The Spartans apply full court pressure now as Cannon gets it inbounds from Kevin Douglas. Now back to Douglas. He swings it quickly up floor to Hakeem Johnson. Johnson in the lane. Goes to the basket, lays it up, and he's going to be fouled on the play by Brandon Good. That's his first. Be Good has not had a greatest start to this ball game. That's his first one, and that will put Hakeem Johnson at the free throw line for 2 shots. Johnson, the left-handed free throw shooter, puts it up and good. A nice solid crowd here. The last home game of the season for the students as they will go home next week. Johnson will go to the free throw line for his second. It is up, and the left-hand free throw shooter makes both. He has 2. The lead is 5 at 11-6. Back quickly comes Fuentes. Fuentes in the lane, loses the handle of it, but he's knocked down on the play by Jones. That will be Jones's first. And so the basketball will stay with Norfolk State. 17:23 left to go here in the first half. As Hawkins gets it inbounds to Fuentes. Fuentes, middle of the circle now. Looks left side for Rob Johnson. Johnson up top to Fuentes. Fuentes looking back door, gets the ball poked away, stolen away momentarily, but right to Malcolm Hawkins, 20 on the shot clock. Fuentes left wing. Ball screen as Fuentes drives to the basket with the left. Lays it up, no good. Rebound fought up by Brandon Good. His shot is fouled. He gets another rebound, and he's going to get fouled as he goes up for the shot again. I think this one's going to go against Brent Jones. For Jones, that's going to be his second foul. That's a key foul for the Terriers as he's their main ball handler, and Be Good will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Brandon is a 71% free throw shooter on the year. The Spartans trailing by 5 with 17 minutes left to go here in the first half, 11-6. Good puts the first free throw up with the left hand. It is up and good. For Brandon, that's his first points of the ball game. And it's now an 11-7 ball game now as Dre Calloway checks in for the first time. He'll take the place of Brent Jones. Good puts the second free throw up, and it is no good. Rebound fought for and in the hands of Cannon. Cannon quickly up the floor, finds Calloway. Calloway in the lane, and a travel is going to be called as Johnson had it with the left hand, tried to put up the floater, no good, and the foul. Actually, the travel was called on Calloway. So the basketball will go back to Norfolk State as Fuentes will bring it into the front court. Shadowed up the floor by Calloway as he looks off for Hawkins. Hawkins finds Johnson. Johnson finds Fuentes. Fuentes inside to Johnson. He lays it up, no good. Tipped in by the Spartans, Brandon Good. Well, Be Good, that's his first field goal of the afternoon. And the Spartans now trail by 2, 11-9. In the backcourt, Calloway's double team. Picks up his dribble, kicks it off to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Johnson for Norfolk State. Looks off for Calloway near midcourt. 20 on the shot clock, 16-20 left to go here in the first half as Calloway with the right-hand dribble. Looks to Johnson, high post. Douglas with it, swings it across court, finds Cannon. Cannon into the hands of Mofford. Back to Cannon, he fires a 3, top of the key, shots up. It's good. Actually, it's a 2-point basket for Cannon, who's perfect from the field. He has 6, and the Spartans now trail by 4, 13-9. Back quickly is Hawkins off to Fuentes, looks left side for Chris Brown. Brown trying to feed it inside, steps back, 3, takes it, no good. Rebound fought for in the hands of Johnson. Johnson quicks up, and now swings up, and now gets it back on the left-hand baseline. Works fast, Be Good, now brings it back. Into the corner, working again on Be Good. Lowers the shoulder, in the lane. Puts the shot up, good, no, actually good. Rolls around the rim and in. For Johnson, that's his first field goal, and the Spartans trail by 6 at 15-9. Again, back into the front court, here's Fuentes. Man-to-man defense by the Terriers with 26 on the shot clock. 15-20 left to go here in the first. With the basketball, here's Rob Johnson left wing. Guarded by Cannon, drives the baseline, cut off. Swings it to Hawkins. Here's Fuentes, top of the key. Fuentes will drive. Goes behind his back. Now we'll get into the lane with the left hand. Kicks out to Hawkins. He thinks about the 3. One dribble, pull up. Jump shots up, no good, but the foul's going to be called. And that's going to go against Douglas. And if that is Douglas, that's his second foul. So 2 fouls for 2 starters for St. Francis. Brent Jones with 2. And Kevin Douglas also